welcome to this video stream, everyone. Hopefully you're all doing well. We have Royalty Series matchups for you here tonight, or match, I should say, for you tonight. We only have one series today, but Royalty Series nearing the end of its season. I mean, we have already mentioned we're well into the final bracket stage at this point. 2v2 is basically done at this point. We have our championships this Saturday. 3v3, however, is still a good couple weeks out away from its championship, but it's going to be quite the championship, to say the very least. Here is what things are looking like here. Team Necro takes on Acid Panthers tonight in the 3v3 Premier Division. Again, this is part of Royalty Series this season, and it's playoff action as well. So what the final bracket looks like. This is actually part of the final bracket. You can see we go only up to the quarterfinals on this side of the bracket here, but this is the round of 16. So we're at this point, you know, our final bracket is a little bit complicated. It's a hybrid style bracket. It's not that complicated, but it's a little more complicated than what you're used to. This is a lot more like the previous season's Royalty Series, though. Straight single elimination from here on out. 16 teams left. Win and move on. Lose and your run is over. So it's a little bit more simple. It's a little bit simpler here. And again, a lot more straightforward as well. And I'm looking forward to this. We're going to have a great time here tonight. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Our alert box isn't showing. Yeah, thank you for the follow as well. Well there from Ronks. Good luck to all the players playing tonight. This is a moments away from getting things started. They're going to be Team Necro, Acid Panthers. Acid Panthers, part of the Acid Esports organization that has been on the stream a couple times already. But again, things have been so good so far for the playoffs. If you are Team Necro, 4-0 sweep on against Acid Geckos. Sorry, not Acid Geckos. Against XSXP. Against XSXP. To get to this point, they got to skip a couple. Matchups as well. For Acid Panthers, they've won 2 matches in a row. They're first against Torrent Virga, and then a closer one against Your Throwing. So for Acid Panthers, they've only had to play twice. Both those matches. Well, the last match being a longer one as well, a 6-game series. Now they get to take on Team Necro. Again, Team Necro side already made it to uppers, and then again swept in uppers. So things look very good if you are Team Necro. Yeah, we're only moments away from getting things going here. For our best of 7, so we're only moments away from getting things going here. Hopefully all of you are enjoying yourselves as well. I mean, this is playoffs action at its finest, and I mean, that's a terrible color choice, by the way. For anyone whoever is the graphic designer for Acid Panthers, they chose a bad color choice. They chose hot pink. Unfortunately, my overlay is all entirely like hot pink, so apologies for the logo not showing up. It should show up when we go to the in-game screen. I believe the in-game thing's a little bit darker, so bright logos do appear a little bit better on that. We're only moments away from getting into this series here, this best of 7. Team Necro, Acid Panthers. And Acid has a ton of teams, by the way, in this division. I know they have a bunch of rosters competing this season. Panthers being one of them. I mentioned, I think it was Acid Geckos. They're on the other side of the bracket. They are in the round of 16 as well. And again, they have a bunch of teams. At Acid Aqua as well. I know that it was in this bracket as well earlier. So a couple different teams playing in. Of course, though, this is the round of 16. Moments away from getting things going here. So hopefully we'll get them all in the lobby. Today's been an exhausting day for me, at least, doing RLCS 2v2 earlier. Hopefully all of you are not nearly as tired as I am, because today was RLCS 2v2. I got the stream of Team Sounds. We had all 3 matchups. It was a long day. We had 2 matchups go the distance as well. So we'll see. We got, again, the championships tomorrow as well for EU and for NA 2v2. Again, this is 2v2 tomorrow. This is 3v3 that we're going to be seeing today. And again, their championships are a while out. Premier championships, I want to say, I think are on July 5th. The championship itself is on July 5th. So we're like a good few weeks away from that matchup as well. Again, yeah, I'm not surprised. People even talk about Team Necro. I've heard of this team. They've been solid. They're a really good team. There's a reason why they're leading this division. The reason why they swept in the uppers as well. That's not an easy thing to do. For considering that all teams in these upper portions have pretty good records. But again, we'll see. Team Necro, though, the pretty strong favorites in this matchup, all things considered. I mean, you don't sweep your upper bracket matchup without there being some reason into it. So good on them. They've been solid so far. We're going to ask the Panthers in here as well. They're joining in just a moment. Shade, Ghosty, and Sleepy taking on Stewie, Dinks, Heliostorm. Heliostorm. I should know who that is. Is that Netrix? That might be Netrix. It has the in-game name. Yeah, that's Netrix. That's Netrix. Who has the in-game name of Heliostorm. Now, there you go by Netrix. We're all on Discord, so that's the name we're going to be using. But we're going to get into our match here in just a moment. Get this going. This is a best of 7 again. It's a round of 16 as well. And from here on out, it's just straight single elimination. 16 teams are left in the NA Premier Division tournament. And you got to essentially win 4 matches in a row for... as the Panthers get to this point, they had to win 2 matches in a row to get here. Team Necro obviously won from uppers. They got the skip around to get this point. But this is where things get real. If you thought the tournament wasn't already scary, talk about single elimination from here on out. Team Necro on the blue, Acid Panthers on the orange. This is, again, a best of 7 winner. Moves to quarterfinals. Loser is out of the tournaments. I mean, at that point in the tournament where we can't keep giving you guys extra lives, can't giving every team second chances, you gotta perform here, and Acid Panthers off to a good start from Netrix. Double whiff there from Team Necro. Sleepy, Ghosty, Shade, all of them whiffed on it. Everybody was there. All of you missed it. And Acid Panthers have goal 1. Team Necro being a team again that went swept their upper bracket matchup. That's not the start you want to be having in a series like this. You again just swept in uppers, and while you may have won your first match, got to skip the lower round 2 essentially as it's listed. That doesn't exactly mean you're gonna be safe in this bracket. That means you skip around, you get to go a step further. But again, considering that the bulk of this bracket is gonna be won or lost in this point of the competition. Round of 16 portion. I guess I shouldn't say the bulk of the bracket, because more teams played in the earlier portions, but considering that that the last part of this bracket, the last half of this bracket essentially, for the teams left in this thing, is in this portion of the tournament, right, single elimination. You've got to be on your best game from here on out, because there are no second lives. An own goal there is going to tie this game at 1. Well, if you're Acid Panthers, you're going to be rather disappointed about this one here. Netrix, who scored the first goal, now putting one in his own net. And this game is even for now. I'm going to be real honest, both these teams, a very sloppy start for both these teams. It isn't going to give me a lot of confidence. The benefit is, it's a best of 7. You've got time to warm up, you've got time to plan this out, and you've got time to practice. So, if you're any of these teams, you've got time to get better and better, and hopefully not have what has been so far 2 goals off of defensive misplays. Another defensive misplay! That shot should have never gone in from Dinks. Credit to them for seeing the opening, but if you're Team Necro, you're going to be very disappointed to give this one up. I mean, he just throws it at net, and Shade, who really should be in the net in that position, or at least covering the net a lot better, they're up too high. They're trying to play for the 50-50 win. If you know anything about rotations, if you're that last player back, you have to position yourself for the loss, not the win. And that's the reason why. A poor choice of play for Team Necro. Their defense has not been on any favors. It hasn't helped them here either. Another whiff for them. It's 3-1 now. Just to remind you all, this is the Premier Division. This is EC2, GC3. These are pretty high-ranked players, all things considered. Team Necro is making a lot of mechanical mistakes right now that are really going to hurt them here in Game 1. With it being single elimination from here on out, those mistakes do add up in matches like these. Looking for Ghosty. Will not be able to get that one fast enough. Too slow in the pass. And there goes Acid the other way. Gets by one. Both players commit. It's double commit here for Team Necro. And the Acid Panthers so far this game trying to kind of rotate their way in. Team Necro getting a little bit more desperate. I think Team Necro even knows this has not been a great game for them so far defensively. So they're trying to do everything they can to not play defense here. That ball down the field as quick as possible, get into the orange half of the field, and make something happen there. Unfortunately, they seem to have a curse on them. Anytime they go to defense, it just seems like things fall apart. And rather quickly, too. Acid Panthers have had no problem just jumping on these plays because they're realizing that Team Necro is not playing well right now. Etrix gets their second goal of the game. It's 4-1 Acid. You have to imagine if you are Team Necro, you're gonna hope that this is just game one. Because this is not the kind of start you want. I don't know if it's nerves. Now knowing that you're in a position where you could be out of the tournament. Again, Team Necro had the luxury, at least of their last match, that they could lose and still be in this bracket. They don't have that luxury anymore. Here on out, win or go home. Ghosty's got an answer. Team Necro's offense is somewhat made up for their defensive mistakes. They still need 2 more goals. They've got enough time to do it. I shouldn't say they have more than enough time. They do have more than enough time to do it in 2 minutes, but they need to work quickly here. Acid Panthers, again, were able to build up a 3-goal lead off of Team Necro's errors. A lot of them came down to just whiffs from Team Necro. Acid Panthers, in this game, they've done a good job at capitalizing on it, and they've been playing close to Team Necro. But they haven't done anything to, at least to me, that looks any different than you would expect any other team at this division. As a play here for Sleepy, they're gonna get the bump in net, and it is a 1-goal difference now. Team Necro, all that we've seen so far, is somehow in this one. Typically, a team that gives up 4 goals in a game that early doesn't end up winning it. Team Necro is 1 goal away from tying things. Offense has done a good job at making up for their previous mistakes, and again, for Acid at least, a team that hasn't done anything too lackluster on their offense this game. Again, a lot of their, basically all of their goals came down to whiffs or rotational mistakes from Team Necro. Again, credit to a team that can take advantage of those. It takes a good team to recognize those mistakes and to capitalize on them, but it takes a championship-winning team to be able to make chances happen and not necessarily wait for mistakes, instead force out good plays. Necro definitely showing that their offense is a pretty quality one, and one you're going to have to really be concerned about for the rest of the series if you're the Acid Panthers. Less than a minute to go in game 1. Goal scored here by Team Necro. Still not enough to take this win. They'll need 1 more in regulation. Here goes Netrix looking for a hat trick. This one's in front for Dinks. And Acid Panthers, I would say this would be their first goal of the game that's not directly off a Team Necro mistake. Not for either if you're Ghosty. He's on about 30 boost in tank. He can't go early for that. He's not expecting the double tap to be on target, and he's right about it, but he'll not be able to read the play correctly there. And it's one where, if he goes early, he's probably not reading that ball correctly. I think he's the only one with boost in the net there. Potentially be leaving the rest of his defense out to dry, and, well, you can't do that as Acid Panthers for 6-3. We'll add another one here. And for Team Necro, the heavy commits that they've had late in the game are starting to catch up to them here. Acid Panthers with a quick breakthrough in the midfield, and a lot of their goals have come down to these kind of quick rotations through the midfield. Definitely something that I would like to pay attention to for the rest of the series is how quickly Acid Panthers are going to be able to go through the midfield, because so far today it has been pretty good, as Team Necro still not out of this thing, still not looking to give up. Will score their 4th of the game. For Acid Panthers, while they do hold a pretty sizable lead late in the game, Team Necro is proving that if their defense just cleans up its mistakes, if they clean up their act, I don't know if it's nerves from them, but if they can just clean up their act a little bit here, their offense is more than good enough to win games on its own. Just as this game, 6 goals against Team Necro. I think a good amount of those were from mistakes. Acid Panthers will take game 1, albeit though, this is a game 1 where if I'm Acid Panthers, I don't exactly feel perfectly comfortable with that, even with the amount of goals I scored. Because I know, because again, just watching back, so many of those early goals were on mistakes, on whiffs, on plays that I don't think are going to be repetitive in this series. I think plays that, you know, for Acid Panthers at least, I would not expect to go in consistently. We'll head into game 2 here, but I have to imagine here, if you're Acid Panthers, that the argument I'd be making here if I was Acid Panthers is that that game was good, but not perfect. They did a good job at rotating through the midfield. They did a good job on those counterattacks. Team Necro seemed to be a team that's very aggressive, in ways over-aggressive. If I'm Acid Panthers, I look at that and I go, well, if they're going to be over-aggressive, then I would just say let them come to you and play that quick midfield breakdown. You know you can pass in the midfield. You did it twice at the end of game 1 for both for goals. So you know it works against this Team Necro side. You know that they're a team that's going to be very, very aggressive in their positioning and are going to leave themselves a bit open in the backfield. If I'm Acid, that's where I think you get the bulk of your goals here in the next part of this series. Is going to be through the midfield on quick passing plays. If you're Team Necro, your job is to stay away from defense at this point, because defense clearly isn't your friend here. 6 goals against in game 1, not a good sign for Team Necro. Their offense, again, was more than good enough to win that game. Their defense really fell apart. It's going to be a big question mark, is if that defense can hold down. For now, that isn't the case. Acid Panthers are just unleashing right now. And once again, Team Necro left with an open backfield. This time, Dinks goes 1-on-3. Acid Panthers starting to really heat up. Team Necro in that position, unable to win the kickoff here. They'll go again. Another kickoff that doesn't really end up perfectly for them, but it does go their way here. And a chance to answer. Stopped by Netrix. And will be pinched away to Dinks. And look at how much room there is here. Team Necro sent everybody up for that play. They will get back quickly. Acid Panthers didn't even take a shot on that play, but it is still dangerous as it's Netrix to Dinks. Won't go in there, but Acid more than happy to recognize where the weakness is out right now for Necro, and that is with just how high up they're pushing. There's a lot of open room in this backfield if Acid can take it. As I said, I think the bulk of their goals the next fight of the series are going to come right through the midfield when Team Necro overcommit. Your Dinks, you'll go in midfield now. Sleepy's going to clear it away. Blocked by Netrix here. He'll get a second touch. Acid, the faster of the two teams at this point on the challenges. Stewie to play it. Netrix saved away as Sleepy catches on. Dinks in the midfield. It's Netrix again. Stewie is waiting back. We didn't mention Stewie's name at all last game. He felt like a very distant player. He's going to be a whole lot more reliable at this point, you would imagine, being the guy that seems to be facilitating a lot of these passing out plays. Here goes Necro on their own way. Sleepy to Ghosty. That's going to be top right. As long as Team Necro get upfield, you know they're going to be a threatening team, and that is what you see here. Up on offense where they feel most comfortable. And Acid Panthers are having a much tougher time handling them. Necro is, I would say, kind of the glass cannon. It feels like they have so much firepower, and yet, defensively, they definitely struggle a lot more. They might go for another one here. Infield pass to Dinks. Everybody back for Team Necro at this point. As here goes Netrix. Stewie. Oh, a big miss there. Still going for the shot. That's just wide. Or cleared wide, I should say, by Sleepy. Back wall. Really tough play for the Acid Panthers. And again, Team Necro now starting to put their own spin on the quick passing infield. You're seeing them pass closer to that midfield line to launch shots early on Acid Panthers. At least early in offense. They're trying to make this Acid Panthers team lose their boost, get stuck defensively. Again, that's all part of the plan for Team Necro. They do not want to spend time on defense. I can tell this is a team that doesn't want to be on defense at any point of time. They want to be upfield for the entirety of the game if they can afford it. They're going to make you use your boost. They're going to make you get stuck. They're going to make you run out of resources. They're going to make you sit on the goal line. And they're going to do their thing right here. Off the back wall. Open net for Ghosty. And Team Necro, well, without the mistakes defensively, it's a whole different game right now. And again, anytime they're upfield, it just feels like they're just so quality offensively. Once they're upfield, that's where the problems begin. There's a reason why this team is at the top of the division. I mean, you see it here with just how good their offense is at scoring. They won't get a goal here, though. It's a kickoff goal for the Acid Panthers. Necro looking for an answer themselves. They got one here. Jade with the goal. As it's a kickoff the other way now. Both teams going with these ultra-aggressive kickoffs. We're seeing that second player go up really heavy on the cheat. If that kickoff does not work, it's a guaranteed shot on your net. This level, you're going to see almost every team kind of go for some variation of that kind of kickoff. The reason why is because you can score from there. That's a big miss for Acid. That back wall has been a consistent issue for them this game. Team Necro have done a great job at just sending the ball at the back wall and waiting for Acid Panthers to make the play. If they do, if they don't, it goes in. Yeah, but they've been attacking that back wall, and Acid has not been able to handle it so well. Netrix. Dribbled away. Shade will be the next one to hold as here goes Team Necro to the other side. Up he goes. Shade to the back wall again. He will get the 50-50. Didn't get the last touch he wanted there, but is still Team Necro ball for now. Acid clears it back. Seeing a lot more clears now from Acid. They're not nearly in control of things. They're not nearly as comfortable with holding the ball. The boost becoming an issue, and they're so concerned about the offensive Team Necro, and they should be. They have all three players waiting back. Again, a team that I think is gonna find the bulk of their goals through plays like these, through the midfield. If you have all three players back, you're never going to be able to succeed doing that. It's just the kind of pressure that Team Necro puts on you, and how good this team is. As Ghosty's going to put one on net, easily play away. Is no touch there from Dinks. Sleepy. Dinks clears it back. Up goes Netrix. A minute to go in this game. Team Necro have flipped the script here. Only 2 goals against this game compared to the 6 before, and well, on average, I mean, 2 goals against is typically not great if you're a team, if you're averaging 2 goals against, but for Team Necro's offense, they can handle that. This is something that they're perfectly fine with. They're all about that offense, they're all about getting goals on the net, and they have no problem being aggressive about it. As you can see, it works, and particularly this game, their back wall attack will really work. They went after the back wall, took their challenges to Acid Panthers' back line, and they have won this game because of that. Although Acid's still looking for a goal late, they will get one here. Surely it is. It will be for Dinks. 22 seconds left, and Acid is still in this one. Dinks able to get that second touch. In fact, it was actually blocked by 2 players on Team Necro. But they'll need another play late in this game. For Acid Panthers, who've had to play 2 matches already this final bracket. Their last one going to 6 games. Yeah, they have a long road ahead of them here. Team Necro, though, missed on this one. But Acid, they're not going to be able to make anything out of this thing. Dinks is not in the right spot. There'll be Netrix to try to get one up to the back wall. He'll keep it up for now, but it won't be for long. Team Necro have tied the series at 1 game each. As we'll go into Game 3 momentarily. Team Necro, though, a much more consistent performance. And while, again, defense is still the weak point for them, you can see just how quality their offense is. I mean, their offense is solid. An offense like that is going to get you wins. It's going to get you good plays. It's going to get you goals. And while their defense is giving up a good amount of goals, I mean, 3 goals against this game, against 6 the last game, that's not exactly great defense. When you're scoring as much as Team Necro seems to be, I don't think they're going to mind too much. I mean, you don't need to have a super strong defense if you just score this much. We go into game 3 now. I guess the question comes down to what reigns supreme? Is it Team Necro's offense or Acid Panthers' defense? Because if you're Acid, if you can stop Team Necro, they tried to do it last game too. They didn't do it. They didn't really succeed, but they're trying to, again, they're kind of pushing back. I thought they would push into trying to win the midfield, and that they'd go for passing through the midfield, quick breaks when Team Necro commits, but really that's not going to be something that they're willing to take, and something that isn't maybe not going to be as consistent as it was in game 1. If you're Acid, I mean, how do you stop them? You gotta have a strong defense here. I think the way to beat Team Necro is with your defense, is by blocking a lot of their chances. Right now, they're not doing so well. If this has dinged up the bar a couple times, it will be cleared away. In fact, actually, a chance to go for a shot. Ghosty will be ready for it. As Dinks, back wall, still another touch. Again, if you're Acid Panthers, defensively, you've got to stop Team Necro before they attack the back wall, really before they shoot. And they're doing it from distance, too. That's what makes Team Necro scary, is that defensively, most defenses sit further back. They sit kind of in their net. And that's because, you know, that gives you the most time to react to things. And a lot of times, plays start in front of the net, because that's where you want your passes to be, because that's where the easiest shots are in front of the nets. That's also where people just typically rotate, is right in front of the goal. Team Necro is not doing that. You can actually, if you look at their rotations, when they get back into offense, you'll notice that a lot of their rotations, again, are right in that midfield line. If they're going to pass, it's in the midfield line. They're sitting in the midfield. Meaning that for Acid Panthers, they're going to push another net further to challenge them here, and that's a risk, because that's an open net there! Ghosty's going to have this one! And you wonder what happened here for Stewie. And just not paying attention. Ghosty's going to be happy to take it. Again, this Team Necro offense has been very successful so far tonight. If you're Acid, it's really going to come down to, does Team Necro's offense win or does Acid Panthers' defense find a way to stop this right now? But so far, Team Necro, an unbeatable force offensively. And 1 goal so far this game, but you would imagine that with the way that they're playing, more goals are essentially a guarantee at this point. Oh, but it might be a goal for Netrix! Oh my! Well, he wasted no time jumping at that one. Sleepy going for it, not expecting a challenge, but Acid right there, and again, that quick turnaround. That's how Team Necro is going to be beat here. I mean, they're a team that is going to commit for things. You've got to find a way to use that heavy and high positioning against them. A shot like that isn't necessarily going to be what you would want to do every single time. That kind of ability to challenge there is going to be really strong for you, but oh man, a response already! Team Necro wasted no time to go back up by 1. Look at this from Shade. Not only does he get through Netrix, he goes right after Stewie. Stewie being that most defensive player for Acid Panthers, he's been the one that's in the net the most for them. If he's gone, Acid Panthers are going to have a much tougher time working defensively, and now a kickoff goal for Shade. It's become a 3-1 game here. Team Necro's offense have found their shooting boots. They're up by 2 with half the game to go. Acid Panthers in need of a comeback here. Now, timeouts are available at every stage of this competition. I'll mention every single time I'm on stream because there's so many people here that are new. But any of you that have been here before know that I've been on the stream before, because I know a good amount of you Acid fans that have been on the stream when we've last streamed a couple Acid teams. Tactical timeouts are available in the final bracket. In every single series, each team gets can choose to take an extra minute in between games as a timeout. For Acid Panthers, this might be a great time to call one here if this game doesn't get any better. Still 2 minutes to go, so a lot of time to turn this around, but tactical timeout is there in the back pocket. We've seen teams make comebacks off of timeouts. Now the situation for Acid Panthers, definitely if it continues like this, it's going to get grim for them. Because this Team Necro offense is just, again, something else right now. Fade. Head across to Ghosty with 2 of 3 goals so far. He's actually going to leave this one for Sleepy instead. He'll roll around the corner. Tough play for Netrix. It's straight to Ghosty, and he'll go to the back wall. Acid handles this one well. As double commit here. That's not going to get the ball out of the defense here. And up goes Shade again to the back wall. Trying to test the Acid Panthers if they are to make mistakes up there. Infield. Shade. Put away by Stewie. Acid Panthers, again, unable to consistently send a player upfield for a pass. This could work, though. Up is Netrix. 2 touches and away. The next one to go after this, though. And Team Necro already go back. Everybody up for them. Sleepy to the net. Want it to get through Dinks. We have a minute to go in this game. Big pinch there for Netrix. I think he would have liked to have more control in that. He knew that Stewie had an open line to the net there. I think that's exactly what he's trying to go for there. Just got an extra touch too heavy. Team Necro still in strong positioning. There's a shot from the midfield. That one could have been on target and in. They'll go again with the infield pass. It's Ghosty! Saved away. Team Necro will watch. Stewie. Cleared long. It's Ghosty now. Sleepy. Gets by Dinks. Up goes Shade. Ghosty on the bump. Team Necro at this point. Not really scoring these last couple of minutes. They don't need to here. Up goes Shade though. They'll look for one more. Miss there. Netrix keeps it airborne, but Acid Panthers will not have enough time to come back in this game. They couldn't make the comeback happen. And Team Necro now up 2-1 in the series, and are 2 wins away from advancing to the quarterfinals. Acid Panthers one of only 2 Acid teams left in this bracket. And if I'm Acid Panthers, I'm calling my tactical timeout here. You've lost 2 games. You've not been able to answer the Team Necro offense in any of the first 3 games all that easily. Again, your Game 1 win was, I think, really due to a lot of mistakes from Team Necro. I'd be calling the timeout. They, however, have chosen otherwise. They're not calling it here. So they'll pocket the timeouts, and there are a plethora of reasons why teams do that. I mentioned before that a lot of teams don't do it because they aren't used to calling timeouts, and they don't know how to use them effectively. It's a skill to use it effectively, and if you don't know how to use that skill, it actually can be quite detrimental to call a timeout. Maybe they're confident that they can respond. I mean, last game was definitely the slowest that the Team Necro offense was playing all this series so far, but I don't know if that was necessarily due to Acid Panthers or not. Now, Game 4 here would be a huge game if you're Acid Panthers. I mean, it's not must-win territory, but we're getting awfully close to that position, and a 3-1 comeback, very tough to do. It happens. It has happened on this stream. It happens rarely on this stream. And a position you don't want to be in here is goodbye, Stewie. And Acid, maybe with the attack here, trying to get that first goal in this game. Trying to put Team Necro on the back foot. Really seeing what Necro is like when they're behind. I would imagine it's maybe even more aggressive. But at least in the last 2 games, we have not seen that from them. Another big clear and an open backfield here for Panthers. Acid will take it back here. It is going to be Netrix on the dribble. He just challenges him, but he'll leave it for Shade. That one sent towards the net. A tough read if you're Sleepy. He actually makes it there. What a great touch. And here we go the other way for Team Necro. Sleepy. Oh, Ghosty hit it the wrong direction. Open backfield if you're Acid Panthers. Ghosty clears it back. Stewie's not going to have this one. He'll take it back to Netrix. Not a lot showing on offense so far. All it takes is one play to open the floodgates. A Sleepy. We didn't like that touch off the corner. Shot on! Oh, what a save, Ghosty! Right there at the right time. A powerful strike. He really didn't have any time to react to it. He's just in the right place there, covering the top corner. And here goes Team Necro. Shade to Ghosty. Oh, he missed it. Follow-up challenge from Sleepy. Won't do anything else. As the Panthers running on low boost, though. They're getting bumped right now. Demo's ringing out from Sleepy. 2 players gone for Acid. They'll be on the respawn as it's up the back wall. Ghosty looking. Team Necro taking away all the boost right now. Low resources if you're Acid Panthers. Only one right now with something is Netrix, and he'll get the ball away. It should reset the resources for Acid Panthers, but they're still in trouble. Long shot. Stewie gets there. Tough read as Ghosty jumps in for Team Necro. Bounce up the side. up towards the net. Sleepy leaves it for Ghosty. And Team Necro will take it on the field. Shade in the nets, up the bar and down. Team Necro have waited for the opportunity, and it comes streaming from the midfield. Shade with a bar down sniper shot, and Team Necro will end the goal drought there. Maybe a chance for two! It's off the kickoff! We've had a plenty of kickoff goals so far. Shade adding just the next in that long line. Acid Panthers down by 2 now. Team Necro have found their mark now twice in a row. That offense continuing just be a massive problem. And Shade gets the bump on Stewie. Ghosty infield. He's got an option in Sleepy. This on the back wall. Sleepy has the net in sight. And it just gets better and better. Acid Panthers, it gets worse and worse. Team Necro now with a monstrous lead late, and they're not done here. Looking for 4. Yossi's gonna get things started. Whiffed on by Shade. Acid Panthers need to go the other way. At this point, need to get something. You cannot afford yourself to get shut out in a game like this. Dinks. Reset. Waiting under his Shade. It's not a lovely touch here. Everybody in for Team Necro. They'll clear it out. And Acid looking for something. It's in. Netrix. And Acid looking to get something for their efforts in Game 4. They've got a goal. I wonder if you wonder if they don't have enough time now to come back. 40 seconds to go. And then they're going to have to work quickly and aggressively. Team Necro though, pinch midfield. In goes Sleepy. That plays off the back wall. Dinks will have it. Challenged by Shade. 30 seconds to go in this game. And Team Necro, you're getting a great view of why this team has been such a frontrunner this season so far. As double tap in play, it is flicked out. Stewie now. He's got the back wall. Ghosty's gonna get up there. And he'll clear it away as well. The options are gone for Acid Panthers, and so too is the time. Team Necro will advance to triple match points. A 3-1 series lead. And I've streamed a good amount of playoff matches this season so far. I've only seen one team come back from 3-1 down in a series. That was back May 16th, about a month ago, when we hit the final bracket qualifier for EU Premier 3v3. That match, Diff Cloud Revolution 86 Overdrive, that was on the stream. Those comebacks, so rare, so difficult. Something that's only happened on this stream 26 times. Man, this stream has been running for 4.5 years at this point. We're getting close to 5 years of streaming. receiving Rocket League matches. As I believe we are getting our tactical timeout call here. Yeah, we are. We're getting our tactical timeout call here, I believe, from Acid Panthers. Or are we? No, we're not. My apologies. We are not getting a timeout call here. I think we had a tech issue. Team Necro taking an extra moment to get in the lobby. We're in for Game 5 now. No tactical timeout call. I thought we had one there. Just turns out that they wanted to use a full minute in between games. Team Necro, though, one win away from the quarterfinals. For Acid Panthers, a team that's been unable to stop the Team Necro offense. If you're Team Necro, I mean, you've scored, what is it, consistently 3 or more goals every single game? An offense that good is going to go very far in a tournament like this. Team Necro still needs one more win. Thinks will clear. Actually got by one player as well. It's going to be an open net here for Netrix. Well, it was thanks to cut Sleepy, well, not paying attention there. Sleepy went all in on that first challenge. He needed to have delayed a little bit more on that play. He doesn't have his teammates behind him there. Over-aggressive there from Sleepy. Let's look at the right there, Voice Guy V. Welcome in, Voice Guy. Thank you for joining us. We've got Team Necro versus Acid Panthers here in the Loyalty Series. Round of 16 for the NA Premier 3v3 division. Team Necro right now leads 3-1. We're in Game 5. And one more win will eliminate Acid Panthers from the competition while advancing Team Necro to the quarterfinals. I hope your stream was good. How are you? What were you streaming there, my friend? Team Necro, though. And one of the big things to talk about is just how good this offense has been. 3 goals consistently in it. Just comes down to just, again, an all firepower kind of offense here. And so often, a lot of the goals, it's one of those things where they have consistent long held pressure, but it feels like eventually something just kind of breaks in a team when you face that kind of pressure. We saw it here tonight with Acid Panthers. A lot of these goal streaks for Team Necro were all relatively quick succession to each other. When you put that kind of pressure, the kind of pressure that Team Necro puts on teams, they're just going to break at some point. And obviously, if you break, you give up a goal, you give up a crucial goal. Now you've got to be more aggressive. Now you've got to maybe rely less on your defense. And of course, that can lead to more goals against you. Team Necro, though, only 1 goal scored so far this game, but you can at least keep things even. I would be extreme, again, with the way they've been playing, they've scored 3 goals consistently every single game so far. 3 goals or more consistently every single game so far. The Panthers could be running out of time in their season. Shade. Dinks will cleave it to the back corner, and he'll clear it out. This one's left for Sleepy, and he will get this first touch. Up he goes. Sleepy with room on Netrix. Gets the dunk away. This is onto the back wall. Tough read there. Misplayed by Dinks. Ghosty on 1. He's got the back wall again. Netrix clears. It's Shade. And it's Shade again, who will not get there. Netrix, double tap, not on target. Double commit for Team Necro. It will be Ghosty through the play. He's got Shade waiting. It's Sleepy now. Cleared back. And here goes Ghosty. Team Necro will hold. Ghosty, looking for options. You won't find any here. 2 minutes left and counting. All Team Necro, or really Acid Panthers, could ask for right now is just a goal to take the lead. For Team Necro, it would probably, there's a good chance it would be the goal that would win them this series as well. Shade will miss there. Sleepy on one. Sleepy to the net. He was looking for the bump there on Stewie. Didn't collect it. Elio push stop. It's an open backfield if Acid can jump on it. Dink. Nobody there. He went too fast. Nectrix was right there, but not in position. Acid Panther with a quick breakaway that won't go anywhere. Now it's Ghosty. He finds Shade to Sleepy. Again, it's dunked. Acid Panthers have done a great job at jumping on these plays early on to Team Necro. Thing is, though, Team Necro's not going to slow down. Their long shots have been successful at forcing Acid Panthers back before. This is going to be on! Sleepy wasn't there! And Acid takes the lead by 1! Dinks with a powerful strike over 120 kilometers an hour. A tough read if you're Sleepy, and when he actually initially had, he backflipped. He couldn't get up fast enough. And now a minute to go. Team Necro's offense need a goal here! And it's something that has been incredible from them this series. Even when they go down, it just feels like out of kickoff, something materializes for them. Over and over again, we see Acid Panthers take the lead, and you think maybe now's the time that they can take a game off them. And Team Necro, every single time, off the kickoff, has something to say about it. And they're not done either. Demo in the backfield. Shade. Low boost will not be able to make this happen. Ghosty can shoot from here! Off the bar and out! Sleepy's gonna clear this one back. Let Team Necro keep the ball for now. Netrix is up for this. Ghosty, not a great touch. Up goes Dinks. He'll be by Sleepy on the net. Flip reset and saved. Shade gets to it. Although Team Necro did double commit to make that block. Now they'll play another pass. This one read by Netrix, who has been quite a surprisingly solid player this series on Acid Panthers. Someone who's kind of snuck under the radar. They've been crucial this game, especially. But for Team Necro and Acid Panthers, this ball will be kept up a little longer. Well, at least it would have been if the time not ended. We have overtime in Game 5. If Team Necro score, they're into the quarterfinals, and Acid Panthers are out of the tournament. Shade to Ghosty. Ghosty to Shade. Sleepy sends it long. Dinks to the nets. Miss there. A big chance there for Netrix that they will not be able to take. And Team Necro now have offense. It's Ghosty to Sleepy. A panic touch there for Acid. This is going to be Team Necro who holds, but a big demo. It's going to remove an option. Dinks to clear. Netrix is up. He's been sort of loitering up the field a couple times this game, waiting for those outward passes that I've been talking about earlier that have worked for Acid Panthers this series. Now goes Dinks. One-on-one! Acid Panthers stay alive! Come under the pressure! And I want to say our first game tonight where Team Necro has not scored 3 or more goals. Acid Panthers, maybe they're starting to learn and adjust. We've got Game 6 up next. Game 6 where last series, that was where Acid Panthers won. This series, this is where they need to really make their comeback known. Team Netrix. Only 7 shots that game. Might have been the... That's definitely somewhere near the lowest that they've had this series. And they're still in Acid Panthers, but if they are to make this comeback happen, this is going to be the really crucial game for them. It's Game 6, proving that Game 5, even with it being an overtime win, was not a surprise. Team Necro can still close out here. Although Acid Panthers are sure to make their life difficult. Oh, a whiff from Ghosty. And Dinks will go to the back wall. Sent back. Netrix. In front of the net. Acid Panthers have done a good job at making Team Necro double commit on a lot of these plays. Again, Necro defensively aren't as structurally sound. They've double committed a good amount on plays that Acid Panthers have thrown at them. That's going to waste boost. That's going to put your defense into an even tougher position rotationally because you don't have boost and you now have multiple players committed. For the Panthers, it won't take much, I think, to really get one through Team Necro. The problem is that there's always that fact that Team Necro can go upfield, take control of offense, and score from there, and they're looking to do it here. Bump attempt from Sleepy, not fast enough. It's Ghosty. Shade. He's got Sleepy in the midfield. Pass a little too high. It's going to be lifted up for Dinks to clear. But still Team Necro. Here goes Shade. Back wall. 3-second touch. Stewie gets there in time. Sleepy. Whirling his way through the air. No one's looking to challenge him. Now they will. As the Panthers all sitting back at this point, waiting. They may not want to be waiting for much longer. This is in front of their nets. Dinks will clear it, but not out of defense, not out of danger. Shade now. He will not be able to get through Dinks. Miss, though, from Netrix. This should be Team Necro ball, and it will be. And here goes a one-on-one. Sleepy's all alone, and he's taking it! Acid Panthers, let him have the room. And Sleepy took charge. Team Necro leads with 3 minutes left in the game. Shade now, back wall looking for another. As it's Ghosty, Sleepy, that's to the top corner. Tough read for Stewie. He's not going to be able to get a good recovery on this. And low boost totals, that's going to be off the post and out. Stewie saves the day. But as the Panthers are going to need a goal at some point here in this game. Team Necro is being staunch about what they're giving up to them. There really isn't much. Short, fleeting looks. Another shot! 2 for Sleepy. 2 for Team Necro. And it's that outward infield pass, the one that's outside the box where they've been so strong in this series. It's been a consistent threat, one that as the Panthers have not been able to really prepare perfectly for. And Team Necro go right back to it. It's been reliable. It's been consistent. And it now allows them to go up by 2 goals in a crucial Game 6. Dinks. Reset. Needs 1. Played to Netrix. It's going to be flicked away. And a low boost now. Team Necro can shoot from here. Ghosty's not going to take it, though. He didn't like his angle, or I think he just didn't like where Acid Panthers were sitting. And Team Necro will try a different way. Stewie. Offside wall. Touch there. Ghosty's going to take his time. Acid Panthers will collect the ball, but they are running out of options, and they're running out of time to make the comeback happen. They're running out of seconds to work with. Well, there's an overcommit here. Sleepy is going to try to throw one on target. He won't get far. Here goes Netrix. Player that was so crucial last game. Not even over 100 points this game. He has not been able to replicate Game 5. Acid Panthers right now need options. It's Dinks looking for one. He's got it to the back wall. It's for Netrix. He'll leave it. Stewie jumps in, and it will not be for Sleepy. And sometimes you'll see players do that intentionally to leave the ball open. That wasn't. Stewie didn't jump up until after the play, after he knew his teammate wasn't going to get to it. As Dinks trying to read the play from Sleepy. Stewie will just send it away. Up goes Shade. One more goal for Team Necro you think will be enough to silence any critics in this round of 16. Ghosty, Dinks, Shade, long touch. Stewie will be up. Not an easy read. In fact, doesn't make the read. Still playing it. Netrix will flick it out. Up goes Dinks towards the net. Stewie and Acid Panthers looking for any opportunities late. They don't have time to think about the quality of their chance anymore. They just gotta go. Sleepy will take it back. Looking for one more. The nail in the coffin. It's off the back post. Shade is in the net. And Team Necro will end it there. They're off to the quarterfinals! No more second guessing! Acid Panthers may have taken them for quite the ride, but it's Team Necro's offense that has reigned supreme. They'll rule the series, and they'll continue their run in the top 8. Acid Panthers, one of only two Acid teams left in this bracket, eliminated from the competition. And through 6 games, Team Necro advances to the next stage of the competition. We take a look at their bracket here. And what we saw, they're going to be taking on the winner of Team Orbit Vanguard and the Gothic Gamer Girls. Team Necro, a real threat in this bracket for good reason. You see just how good their offense is. That's going to be a problem. But for today, that's a big win for them, and gotta say, a very good performance. Well, a 6-game series. A win well deserved if you're on Team Necro. For Acid Esports, at least for now, they'll all be in support of another team in the round of 16 at this point. As well, on the other side of the bracket, it would be... What is it? What team is in the round of 16 right now for Acid? Acid Geckos. It would be Acid Geckos, who are right now playing in the round of 16. That's going to be the only team left here in the NA Premier 3v3 division. Yeah, congratulations to Team Necro. What a performance for them. 4-2 in this series. Off to the quarterfinals, off to the next stage of the competition. And for us here, that ends this Friday evening. I'm going to say it. I'm exhausted. Today has been an exhausting Friday for me, but an enjoyable one at that. Again, thank you to all of you who've been joining. Thank you to everyone who's been so supportive. As we're going to, I think, going to get a quick interview here, actually. We're not going to close that stream just yet. We're going to get a quick interview. Team Necro. But we'll get Team Necro to join us here. I think it's going to be Ghosty joining us. Apparently, Ghosty's going to be the one that's joining us, so... Welcome in, Ghosty! Ghosty's joined in. Congratulations on the win. 4-2 victory here over Acid Panthers. This team Necro side continues to be at the top of the division. A tough win here, a longer series than maybe you were hoping for, but definitely longer than the last one you had, but a good win at that. How you feeling, Ghosty, for Team Necro? You're now in the single elimination portion. That one's got to feel good to get behind you.
Oh, it feels great. I think we were just a tad worried about this team, but at the same time, we weren't, and we came in with preparation, and we did what we did.
Yeah, I compared your team to a glass cannon in this series, a team that has a heavy offensive focus, but a defense that that can maybe become a bit unfocused at times. This series definitely tested your defense, definitely tested both sides of your game, and you needed both to play well. Talk to me about that play style. I think a lot of teams want to play that way. A lot of teams want to have a solid offense. If you guys, you've made that trade-off of having an offense like this and being willing to kind of commit more heavily upfield for those kind of chances. Building up a playstyle like that, kind of talk to me about building up, because again, a lot of teams don't play that way. A lot of teams don't want to play that way. A lot of teams typically play more defensively. You guys play very aggressively. Talk to me about building up a playstyle like that with your teammates here, Team Necro, where you guys are so heavily focused on offense.
Oh, we played with one another for a very long time, so we actually know just how we play, and it's not really like it gets better and better as we go. We won last season, went undefeated too in the same division, and we're doing the best we can to have that uh continue to streak, and it's a lot of pressure on our shoulders. And so we just continuously play and we just get used to each other, and we are typically more of a high powered offense, but we also work on defense more often than we think.
Yeah, of course, as well. You get the win here over Acid Panthers. That game one, Was an awful game for you guys defensively, at least. A ton of goals early against you guys. Looks like you guys were maybe warming up in there, just didn't have everything down, didn't look like your full confident team that we saw for the rest of this series. What did you guys do at the end of game one? Because that game one was better. I think it was, what, 6 goals against you guys? It was a rough game one for you guys. What did you guys kind of tell yourselves after game one?
Well, we just talked about it. We just had to take our time and just calm down. That was really it. I mean, we were just warming up. Really, we just got on like 30 minutes beforehand and just warmed up and just played. So, we just kept playing our game because we know how we play. We do one another, and we just did our part. Not get tilted and just figure it out as we go.
This is a long bracket for you guys. This is only the round of 16. You're now in the quarterfinals, but the matches only get tougher from here and only get more and more high stakes. What's this team's plan to keep being consistent? Because the tough part at this point in the competition is going to be consistency. It's going to be able to stay consistent through every single round. What's this team's plan for staying consistent? Did we lose
I
Ghosty?
apologize. Yes, I apologize. My PC just crashed.
Oh, perfect timing. Well, I was just talking about you guys in your consistency and being able to stay consistent through the rest of this bracket. Of course, you guys said it. You've won this division before. What's your plan? Because this is still a long bracket. You're still a long way away. You're in the quarterfinals. You've got to win 3 more matches to take the championship. You've got tougher opponents ahead of you in theory. You've got more intense matches ahead of you as well in theory. What's this team's plan and on how you guys are going to stay consistent for the rest of the season? Because that's going to be really the question: is if you guys can be consistent.
Oh, we're 100% gonna stay consistent. We're gonna keep practicing. We do scrims on the side, and we just just keep preparing and just keep playing our game. I mean, there's not much I can say.
Hey,
We're doing the best we can.
well, hey, to be fair, your game works. You guys have such a solid offense, one of the better offenses I've seen in this division as well. But of course, thank you so much for joining, Ghosty. Congrats on the win. Before you go, do you have any shoutouts? Anything else you want to say? Any final words you want to conclude on before you guys kind of exit and you prepare for the quarterfinals?
Shout out to Rons for being our W manager and doing everything for us. I mean, that guy has been nothing but great, and high regards and high respect for him. And shout out to my 2 teammates. I love playing with the guys, and they've been nothing but great so far.
Well, again, congratulations on your win here, Ghosty, to you and to Team Necro. Congratulations. Big win over Acid Panthers. Good luck in the rest of your final bracket.
Thank you.
Again, Ghosty there joining us. A 4-2 win to advance to the quarterfinals. Again, they take on the winner. The winner of, let me pull this up real quick so I have the bracket up, Team Orbit Vanguard or the Gothic Gamer Girls. But that is it for us here. Thank you so much for joining the Sportia stream. Congratulations to Team Necro on the win. Good luck in the rest of their final bracket. And to all of you watching, thank you so much. Have an amazing rest of your night.